welcome back. Happy Easter. I know you guys are seeing this on Monday. I just hope you guys had an awesome weekend, and I hope you enjoyed our video yesterday, how I went over a bunch of Avon stuff. I've gotten a few messages and everything on how to order and how to do all that. If you don't know, I do have a YouTube page for Facebook, and I do have an Avon page for Facebook. I will leave those in the description below if you would like to go check those out and kind of get a little bit more hands-on information. I will definitely be doing a live party date here soon, so most of you guys can definitely, kind of answer questions for you guys and kind of get the answers that you're looking for. In today's Writer's Edition, because I know you guys love them, and I love teaching them to you. I love sharing everything about this Writer's Edition. I love sharing all my experience with you guys. So what I'm going to do, and I know I said this in a previous video, is I was going to do lessons. And I'm going to do 30 minutes every Thursday, and I know this one's coming up a little early, but I kind of wanted to explain a little bit of it and kind of get lesson 1 and part 1 out there so you guys know that I'm not stalling on the Writer's Editions, because I know most of you guys do look up to those, and I will have packets if you would love to have all the notes that I've taken and have them for you. And if you guys would like to keep them as like yourselves and kind of share them with your friends and family, so you guys can definitely, tell them, hey, this is what I have for, anyone who loves to write books and stuff. So if you have not subscribed or liked our YouTube page, please definitely do that. I do try to post 3 times a week. Here in a short few days, I do have book 2 coming available. It will be revealed. I will have a whole copy of it, so you guys can definitely be able to look at it and get more sneak peeks and stuff. I'm very excited. So watch out for that video here soon. I am very excited when I was recording it, and I can't wait to share it with you. So I do have my laptop in my lap with me, and I'm going to kind of read off a little bit of information about how I will start with lesson 1. As I will kind of go through, I'll kind of pause for a few minutes or, a few seconds to let y'all kind of write down little notes and stuff. That's why I said it's going to be like a full 30 minutes. If you would like a little bit of extra time or anything like that, definitely comment below if we do have comments, or message me on any of my social media pages, and I'll be very happy to get you all that information and help you out. And I'm going to start with my notes and stuff for you. And first off, we are going to go over brainstorm and how to come up with ideas for our new book. This is where you will come up with parts of your books that you will soon use later as you slowly write your book. Behind brainstorming is where you draw a bunch of circles. I'm sure you guys are wondering, why do I have to draw a bunch of circles? When I want to say in middle school or high school, I think it was, when I got taught brainstorming, I wish I had a demonstration for you guys. Maybe next time I will. Is where you had a piece of paper. So imagine, like I'm holding a piece of paper, and you would have a big circle that would have like your topic and would have, like your who, what, when, and where, and a little bit of information of your book, how you're going to create it, how you're going to get it started. I like to start out with a brainstorm and a rough draft. Your brainstorm and rough draft is what you're going to be working on for, I would say, a few weeks, maybe even months. It just depends on how long you do take to write your book. It could take a little bit longer for people. It could take, shorter time for people. I know it didn't take me too much, but I also did take the time to kind of look over it and make sure, I was doing it right. I had everything that I needed in my book, like a closure, an ending, and a middle. And we're going to keep going over brainstorm. Brainstorm's definition is a group of discussions to products and ideas or solve a problem. And which this can mean a lot of things, like getting the ideas for the first chapter of your book, the title of your book as well. This is what you will start with at the beginning of your goals for the best book writer ever. And this is where I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write down a few things you would want in your book, or what ideas you think of that you would use later on, topics or something that will help you focus. And then we will go over what topics means here in a few minutes. So I'm going to kind of throw out a little bit of ideas that you guys might like, or topics. What I mean by topics is I'm going to go by title. Title is, do you want it to be a comedy? Do you want it to be a fantasy? Do you want it to be like a mystery, or like a sci-fi, or a funny romantic, or like about something that's happened in your life, so like a real life story? Or is a story going to be about you, or it can be just about anything? And another few topics or titles, usually in your first chapter, you would want to introduce your main character, a few of the main characters, like lives, like where is this located, like the hometown, where is it going to be placed at, and hopefully you guys can get more of ideas and everything like that. And another thing is while you guys are still writing, take your time. I am going to, kind of keep you guys, I'm going to keep going, but you guys can definitely, still write down. Anything I do go over in this video will be on our Facebook page. I will have all those notes and stuff. If you guys want more of these notes, just let me know. I'll be very happy to send them to you. And now we're going to go over, as you still have a little bit of over a minute left, I'm going to give you another kind of a minute and a few seconds, is what are the full 4 rules of brainstorming. One is no judgment. That's probably one of my favorite rules, is no judgment. That means if you show your rough draft, or like your first chapter that, you've kind of written up, and you show it to like one of your good friends, like, hey, I just wrote this, what do you think about it? What can you kind of tell me to fix about it? What can you tell me to, kind of, do I need a little bit more of this character or that character? What's something I can improve on? Kind of help out a little bit, but to kind of make sure, they're not giving you so much judgment on, you can improve on this, and this, or this doesn't sound good, but just to make sure, your brainstorming has no judgment. I do like to make sure, people who ask me that, no judgment is going to be, coming from me or any of my book writers. I do like to make sure that, people do know that, and people can be like, okay, I kind of get, this information and everything, and here's how I can help you move on, instead of like taking all the negatives and not turn it into like a positive, if that made sense. And our next one is, this is the first rule of creativity in general, and really think freely. What creativity, I say, just go with it. Write down anything that either comes to your mind, what you think you might use, or things you might not use, but you might use in, a later chapter or in a later day. I would write down a bunch of things. With book 2, I came up with a lot of ideas that I could have used in book 1. I can definitely say that. And I really, really thought of book 2. I could have used either, in the next book, because, there could be a book 3. Or I could have used in book 1. I can definitely say there was a lot of back and forth of book 2 that I could have used in book 1, or, you know, do I really want to put this in book 2 just yet, or do I want to wait? I can definitely say that it was a lot of thinking. Always think freely, always make your mind creative, think of, you know, a bunch of things, and then just kind of write it out. Just start with one word or one topic, and just keep going and see what you come up with. And at this point, we have kind of gone over a few of the rules and brainstorming ideas and stuff. And now I'm going to ask you a question before I keep going with the brainstorming rules, but I'm going to add a little bit more in there. As I said before, no matter how crazy it is, while brainstorming, ideas are impossible. You can come up with silly ideas, funny ideas, any type of ideas that you might think you have are not crazy. If you think, you know, you want a cat to have a pumpkin head, or a pumpkin that looks like a cat, there is nothing near silly or crazy that you can have in your book. It could be anything you want. I'm sure, you know, it might sound funny or crazy, but I'm sure once people read your book and you get it going, I'm sure it'll be awesome. And I'm going to ask you guys a question, and this question is a question about what you think so far about your brainstorming ideas. So this is where, you know, you would sit and think, okay, well, what do I think of my brainstorm ideas? Are they good or are they bad? And I'm going to tell you, there is no wrong or right answer. This is one I will be answering in almost every lesson. This is one where I will just keep going over and over and kind of letting you guys know, like, hey, this is, you know, not a right or wrong answer. It's just, you know, to kind of keep that idea kind of in place. Like, was this going to be your answer in the next lesson? Or are you going to have that spare time to kind of come up with a different answer? And I definitely can say your answer will probably change. It might not. And now I'm going to explain a few topics I have come up with as an example. I will be using these through in and out the lessons. You are definitely more than welcome to write them down. And the first topic is where. Where is like the location, like the city, the state, is a town where you have been before or has made up. The location can be anywhere you want it to, where you want it to be. Not every chapter has to be in the same town or a state, but it does have to be close or tell a story of its own way, which can be a little hard. And I'll get more into that later in the next chapter of what that means. And our second topic is why. Is an example of why have you came up with this character? Why is this character in this state? Why is this character who this person is? And why did you pick that for your first chapter? And the next topic is when. And this is an awesome example to use. This is where your first chapter will have all the information you possibly need to make sure your book is awesome. And this is where you use places as tools for your people on the events you have came up with in your storybook. This is normal where you keep the first few people you have in chapter 1 of your book. It's usually in the same city or the same state, but you can definitely you can definitely not use cities or states. You can make up a land, an island, a planet. You can definitely come up with anything that you would love to come up with. It doesn't have to be in a city or a state or anything that you think that you might want. And the fourth topic is what. This is an example. The first chapter is going to be about what they are doing, what their duties are in the book as a person. And this is why you will be given the first chapter in your book as their first task and what they're going to be doing in the book and how they will get there. An example in my first book. You guys If you guys have read my book, then you guys know I started out with Kevin's, kind of high school year, who he was. It kind of started like, here's this person, it's unraveling. This is who he is. This is where he stays. So I kind of made sure that y'all knew not some of the duties, but what the topic was going to be about through either the whole chapter or the whole book, or I kind of mixed it up a little bit of what his duties were. I mean, as you guys, most of you guys probably know, he did have a job before he went to college. He was, a waitress. He was, working for the mayor. He had a kind of like a rich girlfriend type that he didn't really like, and anything like that. So if you guys, hopefully you guys did read my book. If you have not, I do have free copies, and it is on YouTube. And I always usually leave my book suggestions either here or here. Definitely go read them. I do love it, and book 2 is coming soon. And here is a side note. I just kind of wanted to throw this in there. If you always leave the first chapter in a little bit of a mystery, so you give a little bit of excitement to your fans who read your book and how they'll be able to look forward to the next chapter. I use this a lot in my 2 books that I wrote in the past year and a half, which I can definitely say I've been very blessed about, and have been awesome to share it with you guys, and be awesome to not only share my books, but my ideas, my creativity, just anything that I like. And I do have a few notes here with me. I am going to update you guys a little bit. I know I said this lesson 1 was going to be 30 minutes. I'm trying to make sure that I give you guys the full 30 minutes, but today it was just kind of a little bit of a update and kind of going over what you will experience in my lessons. The first lesson will be on Thursday. Definitely make sure your pen and papers are ready and your notebooks. I will have all the writer's information that I've given in this video in the description, so I'll have a link to my Facebooks and to my Instagrams. I will post a little bit on there. But if you guys would like a little bit more in-depth notes and stuff, I will love to give you guys a packet of all the notes that I've used in these lessons or in my previous writer's editions. I think I have 4 now. Maybe 5. But I'll leave those right here for you guys, so you guys can definitely go check those out. And I am going to update on merch. I am still waiting on my shirts to come in. I can tell you it's been very difficult. I can understand post offices and manufacturing places, just doing everything they can to get out orders and stuff. But if you guys would love to order one, you can definitely email me, or you can message me on one of my social media pages. I will be taking payments through Cash App or PayPal. Those are the only 2 payments of forms that I will make. If there's another way, or you do not have one of those, just please message me, and I will definitely try to help you get some of my merch. For right now, I only have 3 color t-shirts, and I have 4 different types of styles. I don't think I have those with me. Okay, I will leave that video where I showed the pictures and everything either right here or right here. I do leave suggestion videos throughout each of my YouTube videos. If there's a video that you would love other fans to see or other subscribers to see, definitely leave those in the comments below, or you can message me on our social media pages, and I'll be very happy to, leave those in the videos. I do want to say, I'm sure most of you guys have known, I did post a throwback playlist and more on here. I do got to say it did get copyrighted. I've tried so many ways to compromise it, to reach out to YouTube and everything to let them know. where I got the music. I made sure I left all that information in the description and everything. But if you would love to see that video, I will leave a link to it to our Facebook page where it was posted on, to where you guys can go enjoy that video as well. I'm sorry, if you're able to see it, that's awesome. But if you're not, I'm sorry. I know it, is partially blocked. I've been trying to fix it as of, the day I posted it. But I do have it up on our Facebook page if you would love to watch it. And another thing is I am still going to make book 2 available. I will catch up on that in a little bit. Once, the date release gets here a little bit sooner. I know it's coming up. But I am going to go in, as you guys know, I always make sure that I carry this amazing book. I know most of y'all have said y'all have gotten it and y'all love it. I love it. It's helped me a lot. I am going to kind of just go over a little bit, but I can honestly say, if I can find it. Okay. As you guys can see, I usually do go over this a lot in all of my writer's editions. Most of you guys have loved this and have kind of gotten over it and kind of wanting your own section. I will have this in one of the writer's packets. I will send you a paper copy of it so you can kind of write out your notes and stuff in it. If there's any copy or I will definitely try to print this book off, so you guys can definitely have it as your own. I will get you guys more updates on that as the time comes. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this little writer's edition kind of update. If you've not seen my last video about my Avon, I am working for Avon. It is an amazing job. I kind of go over a little bit, a family who has worked for it, friends who have worked for it. I can't wait to share a bunch of summer products and beauty products and everything, and hopefully you guys do enjoy all that. I am going to go over a few information for you guys, so you guys can definitely, and this is, this one is called The Outer Limits, and in this one, I can say it has a few, put other wise behaviors, kind of, focus on you, and normally to follow is confidence and permission and directed and disclosure. So that's if you have a character that's only in a few chapters, you kind of got to make sure you disclose that and make sure you say, okay, this person's, starts here, ends here. How do I make sure, I kind of disclose this character off? Or how can I make sure that this character is not gonna, pop up anymore? Or is this character gonna come back? I do like to read a few pages from this for you guys. I love sharing this book with you guys. It is amazing. I've learned a lot. You can get this on Barnes & Noble and on Amazon. And if you guys would like a copy of it and you cannot find it where you are, just message me on any of my social media pages or my emails. I do leave those in the description. And hopefully you guys had an amazing Easter. I know we're kind of going through a little bit of a hard time, but I will still be making 3 videos a week. I have some awesome videos coming, especially these writer's editions. Hopefully you guys will enjoy these small little update videos. I am going to do another review product. I do have a few products coming that I'd love to share with you guys and review. I will be doing which I'm not going to say when, but I do have a Disney look coming to this channel for all my Disney fans. So hopefully you guys will enjoy those. If you guys have any video suggestions or anything you guys would love to see, just let me know in the comments or go post on our last Instagram page. And for further ado, have an awesome day.